right? The nation of Edom will be destroyed. But gather the wheat into the barn. Where's a barn? A barn is a place where you put wheat for it to process and basically preserve it and keep it from the wind of the storm. So that he said, gather up them. That barn is going to be the chariots in that day, because we will be beamed up, and that will be that storehouse where we will be put to from our protection against the thermonuclear destruction, man. You know. So hey, man, it's all about Israel, basically. You know, the Lord. He don't really care about you other nations, man. And that's scripture. Let's get Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 14:2. It says, I started 1. Ye are the children of the Lord, Yahweh, your power. Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. And it says, he's talking to the children of Israel. He says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations on the earth. And that's reiterating what it said in Deuteronomy the 7th chapter, man. You are the chosen people, Israel. It's not about anybody else, man. These other nations are nothing. You're like spit from his mouth, man. This is Isaiah 40:15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, right? Like fine dust, man. And it says, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, ye have taken up the isles as a very little thing. It said, you nations are as a drop of a bucket. That little bit of water that comes out of the bucket when you're actually carrying the bucket, that's what it says you are. It's insignificant, man. You waste a little bit out, you're not finna go back and redo the whole bucket. You don't even care about it. So the Lord said the nations are as that drop of a bucket, that little dust that's on the balance. When you weighing something on a balance, when you scrape it off, that little bit of residue that's left, that's how the Lord look at you other nations, man. He don't look at you as he looks at the nation of Israel. There's no love for you like it is for Israel. This is 2nd Ezra 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord over all thy creatures, of him come we all. Of him come we all, man. We all came from Adam, and then guess what happened? A flood came, and then he had eight souls that were saved, and you had Ham, Japheth, and Shem, Ham, and Japheth, which they populated the whole earth, man. Which the whole earth was populated by these 3 guys, man. But it was a chosen of them 3. And the chosen went to Shem, and then it went to Arphaxad, and then it went down. So the Lord already had it set up to where who were the chosen gonna be, man. So he says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all creatures, of him come we all, and the people also of whom thou hast chosen. So the chosen. He says, all this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes, man. So this whole world is made for our sakes. It's made for the Israelites, man. So when you have these Edomites, they get mad at us And then they like to say, well, won't you just go back to where you came from? The whole earth is made for us, man. This is our land, man. The natives were here first, man, before the conquistadors came here. The white Spaniards come here, right? We were here, the natives, man. But they like to say that, oh, won't you go back to where you came from? No, the earth is made for our sakes, man. You go back to the caves and leave the rest of the world alone. That's the deal. You take your ass back to the caves, man. And it says, verse 56, as for the other people, right, the ones that are not chosen, that are not Israelites, it says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. And that's cold, man, because he said you other nations are nothing, man. Be like unto spittle. And it says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but like unto spittle, and have likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So like it's like a drop that falleth from a vessel. Like we were just saying, when you carrying water, right? When you carry water, if you drop a little bit out, then you ain't gonna care about that, man. And it says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen have ever been reputed as nothing and have been begun to be lords over us. So it said the heathen have begun to be lords over us. The nation of Israel was the chosen according to the Bible. These people on this sign right here, the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, they're not on top right now. Excuse me. Why not?
Because it's private property.
I've been doing this like 6 years right here in this spot.
Well, not 6, but they took over the spot now, so this is their area now too. I'm sorry.
But I already talked to the people in there. And then what I'm doing, I'm not like disrupting them. I'm not loud. I'm just speaking to this camera, man.
We understand that, but my supervisor called us because the person who's leasing this space called up our manager and our manager.
So open sidewalk is private property?
No, this sidewalk is private property because this belongs to the
That don't even make sense.
From that corner, this way belongs to this building. That side of the street.
That side, what do you mean?
Across the street.
Y'all got some paperwork on that?
We don't need it because we own the entire block. We own the block, we own the
So
street.
tell me really why y'all don't over here because I'm preaching the Bible?
That's no problem.
Yeah.
He's good?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Well, man, we would have specified who was
Sorry.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I didn't give him clear enough directions, man. Sorry
Thank you,
about that.
man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
I don't think
You might not
no. You don't want what I have.
Oh, okay, all right.
It was thank you.
Okay. Hey. All right.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of traffic. There's gonna be a lot of people through here.
Hey, I'm just reading, man. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm just reading, doing the history class, man. Hey, Brakatah Yahweh shot, man, because I already know that didn't make no sense. That didn't make no sense at all, man. Man, we've been doing this on these streets for the longest, but hey, if this is not of the Lord, it's gonna come to naught. Refrain and leave these men alone. You see how Esau had to, it was like, hey, I'm like, what? Bro, private property, a sidewalk? This is a sidewalk, bro. All I do is come out and preach the scriptures. You got people they walk by constantly. They don't even pay me no attention. See, Edomite had to come. The Most High put the spirit on that Edomite to say, no, it ain't him. See, that's the spirit of power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because he wanted his word to come out here, man. You Jakes better realize the spirit of the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and reverence and fear him, man. And if you are watching videos, man, you better get out here on these streets and push this word so we can end this kingdom, man. You see how that was, man? And Esau didn't even say nothing, man. Esau had Jake trying to tell me that this is I couldn't be here, man. He couldn't even do it. You know? Crazy, man. But you know the scriptures say, hey, man, we be peaceable with all men if all possible, man. That's why the Edomite come over. All right, bro. All right, boom. He was like, it ain't him. Boom. The dude who do the same one trying to persecute me. Hey, all right, boom. There it is, man. You know. Because, hey, the Lord changed not. So the things that the Lord has put in the scripture, they're going to happen whether you like it or not. I already know the Edomite, you don't believe. You don't believe at all, man. You are of the wicked. We just read that you are of the border of wickedness, man. But you don't want to shake my hand. No, I really. I'm just showing you that I'm peaceful, man. You know? Like they try to paint a picture Rex 84 in Project Megiddo, trying to say that they have put a black Hebrew Israelites, but we're not that, man. We're just Hebrew Israelites. This is our nationality. This is who we are. You have Shemitic Hebrew Edomites, man. So-called white man, you are an Edomite, you are a Shemitic, you are Hebrew also, and you are Edomite. We are the Shemitic Hebrew Israelites, man. Because I know that wasn't making no sense because, like, we right here on the corner, but behind me is a wall. You got a window right here and one right here. They don't even hear me speaking. Matter of fact, when they look out the window, they don't even know I'm here. That's how the window is. They got a table right here. You have to stand on the table and look out the window to see if I'm here. Now around the corner, you got people that's homeless laying right around the corner up against the window where the people who inside the building can see everything. People laying down right in front of your building, which gives the building a bad look. And you got another dude around there in a wheelchair begging for money. And they didn't say nothing to them. They went right around there and then left them alone and come right back around here to me. But it wound up being them who the dude wanted to get rid of. Hey, man, that's the wickedness of this devil. That's why this kingdom has to be destroyed, man. You know? That's why this kingdom has to be destroyed. Because it's not about you Edomites, man. You know?
They might not even ask.
Hey man, Mosiah getting ready to do a number on you Edomites, man. Because you have always continually put your hand on Israel. Like they was trying to do it just then. You got Exodus 21 and 23. It says, and if any mischief follow, then shall give life for life, eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a hand for a hand, and a foot for a foot, man. So that's in the scriptures, man. So, hey, you had the, what's her name, Caitlin Bennett, you went to them one, and I noticed, man, Esau be going to the, they ain't really, at first they would come up on GMS, but now they don't really go to GMS, they go to the other camps, man. Even though them brothers out there, you know, they out there pushing. Some of their doctrine might be off a little bit, which ain't gonna say a little bit, hell, you off. But they some doctrine they believe, which is not of the truth. You know, some of them believe Cornelius is an Edomite. Some believe that the Lord basically came. All right, man. The Lord came for basically like everybody, right? And this girl Caitlin Bennett, they trying to put it like, was it wrong for them to say that them teenagers are all gonna be killed basically at that one particular spot? I can't think of it. I guess down at Capitol Hill, right? But they read to her Isaiah 14 and 21, man. Prepare a slaughter for his children for the iniquities of your fathers, man. And children, it said in Sirach that they would complain of an ungodly father. They quick to say, it wasn't me, it was my forefathers, right? But they quick to say that. Yeah, man, Esau is gonna be destroyed, man. So they're basically, what they're doing now, they're bringing on the elect men, they're bringing persecution, man. They're bringing persecution on the elect men. But check it out, that was a form of persecution, what you just saw, man. That was a form of persecution. No? It says, Matthew 5 and 10, blessed are ye which are persecuted for righteous sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, right? So theirs is the kingdom of heaven, the one that's going to be persecuted for that righteous sake. So we're being persecuted now, right? So if Esau's not being persecuted, he's the persecutor. That you read about in Lamentations, man, that I think it's the 4th chapter. I think in Lamentations, the 4th chapter, where it speaks Lamentations 4 and 18, it says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go into the streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagle, man. And that's Esau. He's a persecutor. He's not being persecuted right now. And it says, the eagles of heaven, they pursued us unto the mountains and laid for us in the wilderness, man. So they always land like a leopard, looking to trap you, man. That's how they do. They lay like that, looking to trap you up. You know, that's Esau, man. And we're being persecuted, so that persecution is about to start. But the Lord said, for the kingdom of heaven gonna be yours, man. The ones that are persecuted. You know. 2 Timothy 3 and 12. And all that will live godly in Mashiach Yahushai shall suffer persecution. So if we living for Yahweh Yahushai, he says we're gonna suffer persecution, man. You know, we're gonna be hated, we're gonna be talked bad, we're gonna be defamed, man. So that persecution is coming. You know? It's coming. And that's one of the signs we know we about ready to get out of here, man. This is John 15 and 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. So they hated Yahushai, guess what? And if we live in godly in Yahushai, they're gonna hate us, man. And they hate this word, man, because this word is righteous and the world is full of wickedness, man. You know, Satan and his